guys, welcome back to the Kika Pet Academy. Welcome to the part 2 that we have with Ieva, the professional veterinarian and a pet doctor. And today we're going to talk about the diseases and what are the most common ones, what dogs, adult or puppies can get.
Alright, so it's a very wide topic because there's a lot of dog breeds, but maybe you know what are the main breeds of your viewers.
Well, I think we should talk today about maybe mixed breed dogs and maybe just dogs in general.
Alright, so for mixed breeds, they're not very specific diseases, but
Luna is a mixed breed.
yeah, Luna is a mixed breed. But for example, what could happen for Luna and usually happens for other mixed breed dogs, it's for example pyometra, which is the inflammation of the uterus if they haven't been castrated. So this usually happens for dogs that are more than 5 years. So that's like a main disease, and then it's because she's not castrated yet, she could have mammillary tumor gland tumors.
How old is she?
She's 7.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wanted to finish vet school so I could make the surgery on myself, so that's why we waited too long. So these are two main things, the tumors and the pyometra. And also, all dogs can have tick or flea dermatitis, which means that if they have ticks or fleas, they have scratches all around the body and it's like itchy and red, so it's usually from parasites. So there's a couple main things for mixed breeds, but if we would talk about dogs like Malaga, which is a Bichon Frise, they have much more diseases, like wide spectrum, because it is a wide breed, and when they have something, it shows very fast. For example, they have food allergies, and you see it from the brown eyes. If you saw some dogs with allergies, they're like crying in brown. Then they have some alopecia, which is balding spots. Also, it can be from food or from wrong shampoos. So usually there are skin diseases for these breeds. Then if you have like a golden retriever or a Labrador, maybe some owners know that they eat everything. Like they go and they're like walking trash cans. They eat rocks, they eat trees, and usually when they come into a clinic, it's because they have something in their stomach or in their intestines, and usually the only solution is surgery. So if you know that, if you have a dog like that, you should be very careful walking them. Because I don't know how it's in other countries, but in our country there are some people that, maybe you heard of it, they put poison trees in the parks around the houses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you should be very careful if you have a breed like that eats everything.
So could you say that comparing mixed breeds and some specific breeds, that mixed breed has less diseases?
Yeah, but it depends on the mix. If, for example, it would be like a Shar-Pei and a Labrador mix, it could have skin diseases, stomach diseases, because both of those breeds are very sensitive for food and for skin diseases. So we have a double mix of wrong.
So whenever you want to get a puppy from a kennel with a specific breeds, you should probably check what kind of disease he can get.
Yeah, it's usually smart. For example, like Yorkshire Terriers usually have problem with their hips. So knowing that, you could start saving up money for surgery. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, Labradors, you can just have a fun for surgeries when he will eat something, because it's a fact that it will happen.
Okay, so there are many diseases. What should the owners of the dogs, what should they do to avoid them?
So the basic thing is good food. When you have good food, that is vitamins, minerals, and enough protein, it's usually enough to at least avoid some skin diseases that are caused by allergies. And then when you have all of these, you have strong immunity, and then you are less there's less possibility to get some virus infections because viruses depends on the immunity. So strong immunity, less viruses. And of course, if your dog has enough food, maybe he won't eat some trash, and that's also a good thing. So the basic thing is food, and then of course prophylactics from parasites. Because as I said, like flea dermatitis, it can be easily avoided by giving some drops or a pill from it.
Okay. I got one very interesting question from my friend. I didn't know the answer, so I thought today I'm going to ask you. Can dogs get COVID-19?
As I read some research, but it was in April while it was still fresh, they tried to put the virus inside the dog trachea and two breathing organs, and the virus didn't stick to it. It means that the COVID wasn't active inside the dog and it disappeared in a few days. So the dog only can be like transmission from COVID if you sneeze on it and then you know, it's like a surface. So on surfaces it survived for 7 days, it said. So only that, like a surface, but not like
inside.
Yeah. But for cats, cats can get COVID-19 and transmit to each other, but not to humans. So.
Okay. Do they have the same COVID?
Yeah.
The cats?
There was one case in Bronx Zoo where the keeper infected a tiger with COVID-19.
Really?
Yeah. So it can be transmitted to cats, but not from cats to owners.
Okay, that's very good to know. Okay guys, thank you much for watching. Thank you Ieva for coming and giving us more knowledge about the pets. If you have any questions, please check below.